internal focus, the head to heart shift. This skill is important. It's the step of focusing inward, which is really like a dance where you'll gently guide your client to work both outwardly and inwardly. At times, you're going to ask that your client close their eyes and to notice their internal sensations more closely. And this will alternate with having them verbalize the challenges in their life. So we kind of titrate, we go back and forth like this pendulum. And your job as the coach will be to help them consciously pendulum their awareness back and forth from that internal experience to their outward experience, to both notice and then name the experience. And this procedure leads to a slightly altered state of consciousness where they begin to more deeply enter into the emotional experience that they have been avoiding or resisting or denying or that has been stuck. And there's been a good reason that they've been avoiding or denying or keeping it tucked away, like they didn't have the capacity in the past to really go into and process fully that emotion. So we want to honor that it has been tucked away safely or avoided safely, and now they have more capacity. So in this stage, your client is no longer in the left brain predominant, speaking like a reporter about their life, but in this state, we can shift from that brain dominance to connect into their emotional heart and begin going into those emotions that are affiliated with what's happening today in their life, right? So they're more resilient now. They have more capacity. It's time for them to start to touch in to that which they have been avoiding. So it's okay to kind of move back and forth in pendulum as they get used to and building their tolerance to that emotion. So we're going to practice moving back and forth. It's okay for them to jump out of the emotion and go back into their mind as they get used to tolerating what that emotion has been about. Okay. So sometimes as new practitioners, we're like, oh, they're jumping back into their head and I want to pull them back into their body or pull them back into the emotion. And just encourage you to be okay with this pendulum for a little bit as they start to increase their tolerance to it. So shifting between the cognitive brain and the story to what's happening down in the body, the sensations and the emotions. All right. We're shifting our focus, and it's okay for this to be a slow process as they build their tolerance to touching into that emotion.